Welcome back to Maggie and Macha. Good to have you back. Today we're going to talk about what happens a year after a funeral is had for someone of importance in the community. So I didn't really want to do a video of what a funeral is like in Macha because I just feel bad about taking videos or pictures when we're at a funeral, and that's not appropriate, I don't think. But if someone is of status in the community, about a year after their burial, their funeral, they have a memorial service. So we took a ride out into the bush. We had to try to figure out where we had gone the first time about a year ago, and then found the location where a woman was buried. We had her funeral about a year ago. So this was at a family farm. They had the funeral at the church, but then they brought her to the family farm and wanted to bury her here. So people gathered, and there was a lot of singing, a lot of different groups sang, and I'll just let you listen to some of it now. We also sang some hymns, and so the family of the lady that had passed away got up and sang and led us in hymns. You can see the man in the white shirt is the widow to this lady that we knew. A number of people spoke, and they used an interpreter so that everybody could understand.
Only everlasting joy. Rest well, dear mom. You will forever be our guide, our strength.
And as the head of the hospital, my husband also gave a word, as this was the wife of his right-hand man. Then, of course, more singing, so please enjoy. It's just beautiful. As you can see, we're all outside. We're just using benches and chairs, bringing them under the trees and trying to stay out of the sun as best we can. But we make do, and it was a beautiful memorial service. The other thing to notice is that they don't have any books. They memorize all of the verses to all of the songs, and they know all the words. It's pretty impressive. Once the memorial service was finished, we all walked over to where they had put in a tombstone over where the lady had been buried the year before. So they had gotten it engraved, and so two of the family members then proceeded to roll up a cloth that was put over top of the tombstone, and then that slowly revealed her name and dates and everything that they had put on the tombstone. So people stood around and waited for that to be done, and then we sang some songs and had a prayer, and that pretty much ended the service. Once the tombstone was unveiled, then her husband, the widow, put flowers on the tomb, and then we were given flowers to add to the tombstone, and that was just covered with flowers by the end of the service. While we were having the service, our chef and some other people were cooking over these open fires and just coming up with an absolute feast for us to eat. Many animals were sacrificed for this food, and we just enjoyed a tremendous meal together. So not all families in Zambia do a memorial service. This is definitely something that is only done in families that have a little bit more money than others, that have status in the community, have a good job, and can afford to do this. This man is the head senior hospital administrator. He has a good position and also has this farm, so he has a lot of animals that he can butcher for this kind of feast. But the party went on. Everybody got food and, of course, more singing and time together. Once we were done with the meal, we headed out back on the bush road to head back home. This was about an hour away from where we live, so we headed home, and it was a beautiful service. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll subscribe and like this video. Until next time.